Perfectionism looks harmless until you realize that it's stealing your peace, your focus, and your confidence. This has to be one of the biggest battles of my life. I used to think that striving for perfection made me responsible. I looked at it as a task in a way of always being able to check the boxes off of things that I needed to do for the day, just making sure that I am very particular, always on point. It made me anxious. It made me upset. It made me frustrated when I was not able to be perfect. I didn't know perfectionism and depression live in the same neighborhood. If I go too deep into perfection, the darkness follows closely behind. But God has been teaching me something powerful. You don't have to be perfect to be effective. You don't have to have it all together to be used. And you're not failing, you're growing. Perfectionism tries to convince you that your progress isn't enough, but God says it is. So here are a few practical tools for perfectionism to help you get through perfectionism. The good enough rule. If something is at 70%, it's ready to move forward. Set a timer and not a standard. Work for 25 minutes and then stop. This stops the fix it until it's perfect spiral. Here's a new one. You get a permission slip. I want you to write this down. I give myself permission to be imperfect today. This is something that I got to the point where I started doing. I would say, all right, that's my one permission slip that I use for imperfection. And that helped me to be okay with being imperfect. Create a micro wins list. Now, I want you to list 3 small things you did each day. Rewire your brain for grace. And then lastly, replace pressure with presence. Whisper, God, be with me in this moment. It pulls you out of the anxiety loop when you bring God into it. The scripture that I want you to ponder on for today is 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9. And it says, my grace is sufficient for you. Now you guys have some more homework. I have the link for the workbook down below. So go ahead and get started.